Here we are, everyone. How are we all doing? Obviously, mate, it's so sad, isn't it? It's so sad. Bless him. Rest in peace, Antoine, mate. The lads are racing for you today. Don't see it often, which is obviously a great thing. We don't see it often, but when it does happen, it makes it all the more sad, doesn't it? Especially such a young kid at the start of his career, man. It's awful, but like last year, we race on, and hopefully today will be a great race and a good, I'm sure Antoine will be watching if he's up there somewhere. You know what I mean? But anyway, today's race, well, Yuki's on pole. And as some of you know, I'm a Yuki fan, so fingers crossed he delivers. We just got the little intro now. Everyone's out on grid. Going to start their... the race starts in a couple of minutes, so they'll be doing their little procession lap. And then it'll be lights out for the feature race. So, starting grid, we have Yuki Tsunoda on pole, Nikita Mazepin. Second, Nobuharu Matsushita, Robert Schwartzman, Felipe Drogovic, Guan Yu Zhou. That's the top six. Felipe, I'll show you my predictions in a minute. Once we've gone through the starting grid, Felipe, I think, he's a talent. I think he'll do a good job today. Mick Schumacher 7th, Louis Delatraz 8th, Jehan Daruvula 9th, Luca Giotto 10th, Pedro Piquet 11th, Callum Ilott down in 12th, championship leader. A bit of a shocker yesterday, but it's so close in F2, it happens. Marcus Armstrong 13th, Dan Tickton 14th, Roy Nassani 15th, Marina Sato 16th, Jack Aitken 17th, and Christian Lundgaard 18th. Really poor, considering, Lundgaard's one race, a race, and he's been doing good so far this year, but P18 and Jack as well, still struggling with that Campos. Then Artem Markelov and Alazy, both in the BWT cars. Yuri Vips 21st, and Samaya in the other Campos 22nd, rolling off the grid. Just to clarify to anyone watching, obviously I can't show footage of the actual race because that would be... F1 would shut my channel down quicker than you can say Minton. So, yeah. But yeah. It's a sad day. It's a day of remembrance, isn't it? You know what I mean? This was the race, the feature race last year that we lost Antoine. Obviously, Spa have implemented changes, added more tyres, to try and prevent the same kind of thing happening again. It's an inherent risk when you go racing. It is an inherent risk. But anyway, it looks like apologies, you might have been getting... Oh no, you weren't getting a... I thought for a second you might have been getting a bit of a echo there, but we're all good. So we're just waiting. Lights are green, yep. Formation lap is beginning. Just making sure we're all good. Hello everyone, Daryl, Rendy, Kanwanan, Vedang, Taylor, Pranshu, Jack, Linus, Josh, Hurtle Turtle, Luca. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm loving the F2 this year, so I thought, why not? Anyway, let's have a look at my predictions. Let's have a look at my predictions for today. Yuki Tsunoda, I'm saying he'll keep it on pole. He's got pole. Keep it up top. And I'm saying he'll convert the dub. That's my prediction. We'll see, though. Felipe Drogovic, I'm saying he'll get up to P2. He's starting in P5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P5 at the moment. No love for Matsushita, I'm afraid. Look, he's hot cold, Nobuharu. On his day, he's great, but I don't know, man. These are all obviously quite shots in the dark, aren't they? It's very, very difficult to call these things in F2. Much more difficult than it is in F1. So I'm going Robert Schwartzman to P3. I think Schwartzman is a don. He's starting P4. I think he'll convert. I think he'll do well. Guan Yu Zhou as well. I think, again, he had a good start to the year. He's kind of trailed off a little bit, but he's starting P7, I believe. P7, P8, that kind of way. So I'm putting him there. Callum Ilott, P12, but Callum knows how to progress through the field. He's very good at that, and I'm sure we'll be seeing Callum comfortably top 10 by the end of it. I'll be very surprised. And then Nikita, sorry mate, again, there's got to be some. I can't just, it would be easy to just go from the order that they qualified in, but that rarely happens. So I'm putting Nikita Mazepin P6. But obviously anything can happen in F2. They're all the same car, all the same chassis. The only differences, in theory, should be in terms of setup, what your mechanics can do, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. Should be a good one. We love a bit of Spa. It's good to see Spa back. Feels a degree of normality. Obviously, it's not the same without the crowd. The mad Dutch fans. It's actually a shame we haven't got any Dutch drivers in F2 because, they would also get, I'd like to think, a sizable chunk of that. My Mal Correa on screen now. Life-changing injuries, man. But he seems pretty determined to be back in an F2 car next year, which obviously would be incredible to see. So, fair play, one man well. But they're just coming round. Final little chicane. And we'll be setting up on the grid soon. So, what are we saying, everyone? What are we saying? Who do we think is converting the W? Who do we think? What are we saying? Let me know in the comments who you think will win this race. I think these things happen, Matsushita won from 18th at Catalunya, and that's a track where you're not supposed to be able to overtake. But that tells you all you need to know about the problem being with the F1 regs and not with the track itself, really. As much as they, could just get rid of that stupid last chicane. But anyway, it looks like they're pulling up now. Again, my feed's a little bit delayed, so the chat will be ahead. So I'm going to try my best to not look at the chat. And we're underway. Sonoda's solid. Oh, Mazepin's around the outside, though. Yeah, Yuki's good. P1. Everyone's got through all right. Someone's run a bit wide. I think Lundgaard. Yeah, Lundgaard. Yellow flag already? Why? Matsushita. Oh, Matsushita's got Mazepin. Up the hill. Boom. Oh, Sonoda's pulling away. Good lads. Love it. Oh, it's a bit tight now. Here we go. It's a bit tight. Whoa, my words. God, look at this. 4 wide going at the end of the straight. This is why F2 is sick. Oh, Schwartzman's falling back. Schumacher's made jumps. He's up to P4. Fair play, Schumacher. Schwartzman's absolutely falling. Drogovic has fallen back a bit as well. Oh, so my predictions aren't looking very good so far. Jeez. Felipe and Robert have had a pretty terrible start, but Yuki is flying away at the start. Go on, Tsunoda. Good lads. Guan Yu Zhou's moved up a bit though. Then Ilott. Oh, Samaya's had issues again. I feel like Samaya's a bit of a pay driver because he's not converting. He's not converting. We're looking. Tictum's up to P15. Yeah, Schwartzman's made the big move. And Delatraz up to P5 as well. Decent. Matsushita P2. So we've got Japanese 1 and 2. Samaya's been pushed off. He must have stalled, surely. He must have stalled. Oh my god, come on. Get him into the pit lane, man. Ooh, Schumacher kicking up some smoke there. It's a bit sus, isn't it? Not what you want to see. Schwartzman's going round. Oh, inside of Guan Yu Zhou. Decent. Yeah, Robert had a poor start, but he's lost 2 positions now. He's back up to 6th. Yeah, and Drogovic. Drogovic loses position to Zhou as well. Felipe, come on. And now PK's all over Drogovic. Jeez. It's not what we want to see. Anyway. I like Felipe Drogovic. I rate him. I think he's a very, very talented driver, Felipe. So we're looking good. So Armstrong's P13, not bad. Tickton P12. I know a lot of people got eyes on Danny Tickton. Aitken P15. So it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, feature race again. I feel like most people have started on softs. I'm seeing red wall tyres most of the way around, but obviously again everyone's going to pit and see a mix up of strategies, which will be decent. Might mix it up a bit. Yuri Vips up to P16. Decent. He started P21 after he had issues. I don't know why he didn't qualify properly yesterday, but Vips is doing decent. Very decent. Anyone who wants to watch F2, for me, I'm watching it on Sky Sports like I did. Oh yeah, Schwartzman went really wide into the first corner, and that messed him up badly. But that was an intense Eau Rouge Radion. So many cars in such close proximity. This is F1 could be this close. Oh, Deruvla lost his front wing. Deruvla's mate. Deruvla's had a very, very poor year, especially when you look at how well Yuki's done. Oh, yeah, Felipe had a shocking getaway. He managed to recover quite well, though, to be fair, but he lost like 4 positions at the start. Felipe. But there you go. Anyway, Tsunoda, Matsushita, Mazepin, Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Drogovic, Joe, PK, Ilott up to P10. Oh, fastest lap, Yuki Tsunoda. Go on, lads. Well, as things are going, unless there's some mad strat that messes him up, Yuki's looking pretty solid. Do you want to get my lap, Minton? Minton's come to join in the F2. Minton knows. Minton's not interested in Formula 1. But he loves a bit of F2. Don't you, mate? You love a bit of F2. Oh, careful. You want to talk in the microphone? No? You good? You good? Not going to talk in the microphone? Fine. Mazepin's got a run here on Matsushita. Going to take P2. There you go, DRS. DRS is now open. That's the only thing that's going to... Tsunoda's got no one in front of him. He's got a 2 and a bit second gap to Mazepin, though. So as long as he can keep that gap consistent, if not grow it, then Tsunoda's looking good. Oh, thank you, Aaron V, for the $1. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mazepin P2 now. Matsushita. Will he be able to maintain that position? The MP boys. That's the thing, like, you realise that Raghunathan, the meme lord, thanks to Josh, was racing in MP last year. And MP can create a good car. They won both races at Catalunya with Drogovic and Matsushita. Yet they had that clown in the car last year. And come on, he's a clown. Like, no offense, Raghunathan, but he's not there on merit. So you know what I mean. Anyway, welcome back, Bright Games. So again, Tsunoda's keeping that gap, 2.3 seconds. Matsushita seems to be falling back a bit. So he doesn't appear to have the pace, and Schumacher's right on his behind in the Prima. So we could be... Oh, there we go. Schumacher down the inside. Matsushita falls back. This is what I said. On his day, Matsushita is great, but when he's not on it, don't you dare... Like, I'll talk shit about Raghunathan all I like, thank you very much. All right, just because he's a meme. Oh, it's tight. Oh, Schwartzman's going for the inside of Matsushita. Matsushita's falling like a big turd out of my bumhole. Don't know where I came up with that metaphor, but there you go. Schwartzman almost got past Matsushita there. Now they're going up. Radion up the hill. Ooh, Schwartzman almost lost it there. Right, speed. DRS train opening up here a bit, but tell you what, Joe's looking, but is it Joe going for Drogovic? Woohoo! The MPs, Matsushita. That's what I mean. Matsushita's got no pace. Where is your pace, Nobuharu? You know, the strategy worked bits for him at Catalunya and that safety car, but I just don't think he's got the pace. I don't think he's got the pace of the front lot. But yeah, we're looking at Tsunoda, Mazepin. That gap's 2.6 now, so Yuki's growing that gap, if anything. Then Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Matsushita, Joe, Drogovic, PK, Ilott, Giotto, Tictum, Nisani, Armstrong, Aitken, Vips, Lundgaard, Markelov, Sato, Alazi. Deruvela sets the fastest lap. Now, is that probably because he's on fresh softs, I guess? Because there are people on mediums out there. But he must be on fresh softs, Jay Deruvela. But as I say that, Joe takes Matsushita. It's not going well for this. Is there an issue? Maybe because Drogovic is going through the inside of Matsushita. Give him room. Because this could get the 2 MP teammates. Oh my word. No! Matsushita has hit. Matsushita hits Drogovic. And they're both, well, who's right? Drogovic is front wing's buggered. Matsushita's in the wall. Teammates, man. They didn't give each other space. I feel like Matsushita closed that door. I feel like Matsushita's probably more at fault for that, if I'm honest. He comes across Drogovic, clips his front wing. Felipe loses his front. Felipe's still got a chance that they can. He's on medium, so if they can put him softs to the end, maybe he's got a chance. Oh, mate, you hate to see teammates coming together, didn't you? Not what you want to see. They'll be having words after. Oh, wavy Asics on that old mechanic, changing Felipe's wing. Oh no, this is a slow pit stop. Oh, they're having to pick the car up. They haven't even got the car off the floor yet. Oh, MP, it's not looking good. Oh, they can't get the front wing off, and they're still putting the fire. Mate, this is an expensive weekend for MP. Oh, well, here we go. We're seeing the onboard again. So Felipe's kind of his wheels alongside Matsushita closed the door on him. I feel like Matsushita needs to give him more room there. Definitely. There's nowhere Felipe could have gone. Matsushita just needs to hold that inside. I'd be interested to see Matsushita's on board. Because Matsushita's got space on the left of him. And he could have easily taken it. Hits the wall hard as well. He's all right, though. He got out straight away. He is okay, but I feel like Matsushita's more at fault for that. I don't know. Anyone else watching, who do you think's more at fault for that? Gutted for Drogovic, man. But, like you said, Taylor, great weekend at Spain, but it all comes down. It all goes wrong. Now, there is a safety car, which I guess gives Felipe a chance to catch up at the end. Fresher tyres. We're only 5 laps in. And it depends how many laps we've got that safety car for. If he can catch up to the end, he might have a chance of making a little run through. Yeah, I think the consensus is that that's Nobuharu's fault. I told you, man. Like when he's on his job, he's great, but when he's not, stuff like that, it's a shame. It is a crying shame. But safety car, it is. Safety car, it is. Tommo predictions are both getting right and wrong. There you go. That's what I do. There we go. Anyway, let's have a look. We've got Tictum on the radio. I couldn't hear it. It's fine. Probably just complaining. Up to P9 though, Dan. So fair play. Oh, Dick Tictum. Sonoda, Mazepin, Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Joe, PK, Ilott, Tictum, Giotto, Nisani, Armstrong, Aitken, and it's come off to show another replay of the incident. Yeah, Matsushita is definitely at fault for that one. Gave Felipe no room. Felipe almost collected him as well. So that was almost both drivers out. But Matsushita had someone on the left as well. Yeah, but that was only because he moved to the right. If he'd have just held that line on the inside, because that was Delatraz, I think, who was on the inside. Either Delatraz or PK. So we're looking at Ilott. You know, Matsushita didn't have anyone on his left. He just moved over to the right. He wasn't looking. He didn't check his right rear view mirror. You know what I mean? This is a shame. But there you go. Thank you, everyone. 328 of you here. Welcome. I'm doing a little F2 feature race watch along. Bit incident already. Fortunately, everyone's safe and well. which is by far the most important thing, as we all know. Matsushita closed the door on his teammate, Felipe Drogovic, puts Matsushita out of the race, and Drogovic stone dead last. There is a safety car, which should give time for Felipe to catch up, although he's quite far back still. He's over a minute off of the booty of Alazi in P18, so I don't even know if he'll be able to catch up, because obviously he'll have to keep to the timing on his motor, so he might be in for a bit of a quiet race here, Felipe. Best he can hope for is getting up into, because obviously he's pitted, so he's got a fresh set of rubber, and the more... Oh, here we go, green flag, track's clear. What's Tsunoda saying on the restart? Schwartzman slow on the restart there, and Joe's right up his booty. Yeah, Tsunoda's got a gap. Tsunoda's got a gap 1.8 on Mazepin. Some people weren't concentrating there. Schumacher's over 3.5 seconds behind Mazepin on the restart. Some of these lads were not concentrating. A bit caught out there. Joe's close to Schwartzman, but he's not close enough. So there we go. Tsunoda, almost 2 seconds on Mazepin already. 3.7 on Schumacher. Mad. That's a gap and a half. That is. But hopefully, Yuki can maintain that. Mazepin's having a good race so far, isn't he, Minton? Who's your favourite? Who's your favourite driver? You're a German sausage, so maybe. But there's no German drivers, is there? Which is a shame. But anyway. Good boy. Just sit. Good lad. Anyway. Let's leave my predictions on the screen. You can all see they're just predictions. These aren't live timings. As Joe goes past Schwartzman. Well, I said Joe would have a good race. I said Drogovic should have a good race, but he got knocked out. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, my predictions are hot and cold. As PK takes Ilott by the looks of it. Or I think he was already ahead, actually. I think I think Ilott went for the move. I wasn't actually watching. So there you go. David Croft's School of Commentary. We're getting a replay of Callum Ilott. This is RK going for the move on Pedro Piquet. Around the outside. Loses it though. Okay, yeah, has to cut the corner. And then Piquet retains the position. Callum's going for it. Mate, when Callum's got the bit between his teeth, he done half go for it, and he makes some quite aggressive moves. But here we go, Yuki on team radio. I would put my headphones on, but Minton's on my lap, and it's just got cozy, so I can't hear what Yuki's saying. But hopefully it's all good news. That would be great. Can anyone in the chat tell me what Yuki just said on the Sky Sports chat? But anyway. Tsunoda, Mazepin, Schumacher, Delatraz, Joe, Schwartzman, PK, Ilott, Tictum, Nasani, Armstrong, Aitken, Vips up to P13. Go on, Yuri. Mate, fair play. Never driven that car before. Replacing Sean Goulart for this race. Yuri Vips, P13. Decent. And then got Lundgaard, Markolov, Alazi, Sato, Giotto, Drogovic, Daruvula, and Sameda. I think Giotto's pitted for new tyres. So Luca's going for a different strat by the looks of it. Ian Fan, this is my first F2 race in 2 years. Welcome back, Ian. And it's been an alright race so far, to be fair. There's been a lot of battling. Yuki's just kind of clocked out, as has Nikita. The gap between Mazepin and Schumacher is almost 5 seconds, as Guan Yu Zhou takes Louis Delatraz. Well, the Chinese lad is on a push today. I said P4, and he is P4 currently. I said Tsunoda P1, and he is P1. I said Ilott P5, and he's currently P8, so yeah, he's moving in that direction. Mazepin's looking good though. But yeah, that gap's 5 seconds now between Mazepin and Schumacher. Mazepin's keeping that gap to Tsunoda pretty consistent. He lost a little bit of time, but it's 2 seconds now. Then Joe's 2 seconds to Schumacher. I feel like Joe's a left field shout here to get up right up there, because he seems to have pace at the minute. And yes, well, as you can see, I should probably make it more clear that these are predictions on the screen that you can see. You can see predictions as text faded out behind where it says F2 2020 Belgian Grand Prix race show. But they're just my predictions that I made before the race, okay? And say currently we've got Tsunoda P1, Mazepin P2, Schumacher P3, Joe P4, Delatraz P5, Schwartzman P6, PK P7, Ilott P8. Well, Schwartzman getting close to Delatraz here. Tickton P9, Nassani P10, Armstrong P11, Aitkins up to P12. Decent from Jack. That's very decent considering where he started, P17. Vips P13. He started P21. Lundgaard P14, started P18. It's decent. Markelov Alesi, not doing too well. Sato 17, Giotto 18, Drogovic, Daruvala, Sameda. I'm guessing that I'm assuming that's how you pronounce Sameda. Simp Racing. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. SMP looks like Simp. Who are Schwartzman sponsors. Schwartzman's sponsors. It's quite difficult to say. Oh, Hannah's sending me WhatsApps. What is she saying? Could you top up my pink grapefruit squash, please? There's a glass on the kitchen table. I've got to go and make Hannah a drink. Who's the simp now, eh? I'll make her a drink. She's gone out and done some chores. So, Minton, why don't you stay here on stream? Why don't you replace Daddy while Daddy goes and makes Mum a drink? Oh, what's going on here? Go on, you sit there. You go. You stay. 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 You can't quite see his nose, but it's just here. Stay. 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 You're actually staying. You're such a good boy. No, you're not staying anymore. Drink made, lovely job. Right, what have I missed? Right, pit stop time. Pit stop time. I'm back, doing my my fiance duties. Okay, the incident will be looked at after the race. So Schumacher pitted. Ooh, that's a move. PK. No, that's Nassani on Ilott. Fair play, Roy Nassani. Fair play, Roy. Ilott won't be happy about that. Markelov's got Lundgaard. Interesting. So, yeah, Schumacher pitted. Mazepin's pitted as well. So, going for the undercut, I guess. Hopefully, Yuki's got a 9-second gap to Guan Yu Zhou at the minute. So, hopefully, Yuki can keep it up. That's what I want to see. Was Minton talking to you lot? I thought so. That's what he does. He's just sat down here now. She said, what I'll do, I'm just showing Michael Schumacher's pit stop. And Michael Schumacher? I literally just called him Michael Schumacher. Mikkel Schumacher. Ooh, they had problem front left. Right, Linton, sit on my lap. Come on. No. He wanted to get in his teepee, but I denied him. Hey, good boy. You're a good boy, aren't you? You are a good boy. You just see his little nose. Oh, look at his little nose. So 10 laps in. Mazepin, Schumacher, Giotto have all pitted. Then you've got, Tsunoda, Joe, Delatraz, Schwartzman, PK. As Tsunoda pits, right. Come on, Carlin. Make this a good stop. That's it. I want to see them glutes in action, pit crew. Come on. It's got to be a good one. I feel like this is taking quite a while. Oh my God, it's taking so long. That seemed to take forever. That's not good. That looked like a really long pit stop. Oh dear. Things we don't like to see. Schwartzman's looked pretty clean. Oh no, front right. Trouble, front right. Pit stops. See, you got one person on each corner. So it's nowhere near as quick and flowing as in F1. And drivers suffer for it. So Mazepin has got the jump on Tsunoda. I am fuming. Poor pit stop from Carlin. Oh, Hannah's back. Right, listen to him. Listen to him. Listen to him. He's going to go crazy. He's going to go crazy. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Ah! Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Is that Bubba? That's him going crazy. Yeah, we're watching the F2, Han. Watching the Formula 2. My driver just got jumped in the pits, though, so I'm not too happy. Oh, they look nice. And I've got some nice dried... Are they dried flowers? Yeah. Yeah, lovely. There's your pink juice. Can you hear Minton going mental? Look at it. What are you doing, you little weirdo? It is cute. Minton, get down. Yeah. I'm not happy. Poor pit stop from Carlin there. So we're looking at Joe up front now. Hasn't pitted yet. PK, Tictum, Nasani, Ilott, Armstrong, Vips, Aitken, Markelov, Lundgaard. That's grim. Oh, unsafe release for Mazepin though. Pit lane incident involving car 24 noted. Interesting. Interesting. So Mazepin's currently out front, but as I say, Tsunoda, poor pit stop, hence why he's behind. What are we watching now? We're watching Vips on Armstrong. Yuri Vips on radio. Tell you what, Yuri Vips putting a very good account of himself in today, I feel. Very good account of himself. Mazepin's gone past. Sato's pitted. Okay, fair. Right, it seems like everyone else is starting to come into the old pits, so... But yeah, Vips is doing bits, mate. Vips is doing bits. He looks like he might have a run here on Armstrong as well. Oh, yeah, Armstrong moved across, but it's a clean through from Yuri Vips. Decent little move in that KFC branded dams. There you go. Yuri Vips up to P6, still hasn't pitted yet, but pretty decent. You kicked Minton in the head. Yeah, that on stream. Hannah kicked Minton in the head. He's fun. Minton, what are you doing? Just licking your leg. Weirdo. But here we go, yeah. So Nikita's technically... Well, he's not technically in the lead, but he's got a 23... interesting. We don't know whether the overcut or undercut, which one will actually work. So, remains to be seen, but we're just following Mazepin around now. It seems to have a bit of a gap on Yuki now. Mazepin's been good this year, to be fair. He's actually been very good this year. Credit where credit's due. He has been solid. But Tsunoda's keeping him on it. Tictum for the win. I see a lot of Tictum support here. A lot of Tictum support. Which obviously, Tictum's got a bit of a colourful past, for want of a better term. But the London boy's doing all right. He's not doing bad. He's sitting P3 at the minute. There's a Yuki Tsunoda. Just a little replay for no obvious reason. Just coming through. Oh, no, you got a bit. Is that coming through? He got a bit loose coming out of Radion. But he's kept it together because he's an absolute G. Vips for the points. Yeah, I think Vips is a good shout for the points here. Mazepin's just gone fastest lap of the entire race. Fair play. Mazepin is keeping that gap to Tsunoda, if not growing it. But still, we need a lot. There's a lot more drivers to come in. We've still got Joe, PK, Tictum, Nasani, Ilott, Vips, Armstrong, Aitken, Lundgaard, and a Lazy, all who have not pitted yet. And Schumacher's slotted back in behind Tsunoda, Delatraz, then Schwartzman. Mazepin takes a lazy as well. So bit of traffic here for Mazepin, but he seems to be cutting through it all right. So, and obviously he gets a bit of tow. That's the thing, gets a bit of tow off the traffic. So that'll be helping him. Robert Schwartzman then puts in the fastest lap. Fair play. What have you got? Oh, lovely. Hannah got some birthday presents for our friends. Very good. Very nice. Very pretty. Oh, yeah. Oh, can I show everyone what it? No, she won't see it. Come, she won't. The likelihood of Kaylee watching the stream. This is what Hannah got for.
One of the presents.
Come on.
Just a pom-pom.
Get focus. This is what we buy for our friends for their birthdays. There you go. See?
That looks like Kaylee.
That's a bit of Kaylee.
Yeah.
The character doesn't actually look like her.
No.
But it's a bit of her, yeah. I get what you mean. Anyway. Anyway. Oh, lovely.
And a little pink plant.
Pink plant pot as well. A lot of pink going on.
Yeah.
Is it Tommo F1 pink, though?
Yeah, actually is.
It actually is Tommo F1. There you go, see.
It's in the orange.
The brand. The influence of the brand. You know, it comes through. And your juice that I made for you is pretty Tommo F1 pink as well, actually.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, that's it. It's good. It's good. Anyway, Vips is in the pits. So still Joe, PK, Tictum, Nasani, Ilott and Armstrong and Aitken and Lundgaard have not pitted yet. Vips has pitted and is coming out behind Schwartzman. Here we go. Pit lane incident involving Com. So Mazepin's pit lane incident will be investigated after the race. Why not just do it now? I don't understand why they can't just do it now. Because if they're going to give him a penalty, let him serve it in the race, man. Silly, but we'll see. Pedro Piqué, Dan Tictum battling at the moment. They still haven't pitted yet. These lot are going for a late. So these are obviously the medium runners, and then they're going to stick a soft on at the end, and hopefully, stick on a soft at the end, and then cut through the old field. What are we thinking, everyone? What are we thinking? Oh, people are happy with your choice on the pen in the chat. By the way, there you go. Someone said happy birthday, Hannah. It's not Hannah's birthday. She's the one buying the gifts for someone else's birthday. But she appreciates it. Oh, Matt's here. Hello, Matt. How you doing, mate?
Matt who?
Matt Allen. Uni Matt. Oh, buddy. How you doing? Welcome to my F2 stream. Welcome. I didn't. Did you watch F2? I didn't even know you. Do you watch F2 or are you just here for me because you love me? Who knows? Is it Mint? No, it's not Minton's, but it's our friend's birthday.
Who's asking if it's Minton's birthday?
Someone in chat. D. Brian.
I'm gonna get in chat.
Hannah's going to get in the chat and start community managing because she wants. No, don't. Then the echo. Hannah's in chat now, so you can. Oh, much love, Matty. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, pal. Welcome. Hannah's getting in the chat now, so you can talk to her directly. Hi, Kai. Gil. Here we go. Right. So, Aitken, Pit, Tictum, Ilott, Armstrong. Pits are happening. Joe still hasn't pitted. Ilott's in the pit now. Getting that red UNI Virtuosi sorted. Okay, here we go. So the only two drivers who haven't pitted are Joe and Nasani. Still out. Oh, and Lundgaard. Lundgaard hasn't pitted yet. And he's already behind Mazepin, so I'm not really sure what strategy Lundgaard's going for. But Guan Yu Zhou still out in front. Yep, just him, Nasani, Lundgaard have not pitted yet. Mazepin is essentially race lead at the minute. It does depend, obviously, where Zhou comes out, I suppose. So you got Zhou, Nasani, Mazepin, Lundgaard, Sonoda, Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Giotto, PK. This strategy worked out quite well for Giotto. He came in very early, but he might fall away towards the end. We've still got 10 laps left. So, and PK, Tictum, Ilott, Vips, Markelov, Armstrong, Aitken, Sato, Alazi, Drogovic, Daruvala, and Sameda. So there you go. There you go. Hannah is in the chat, so there you go. Minut's birthday is October the 5th, if anyone wants to send him a bone, Lamau. Hannah dropped a Lamau in the chat.
Yeah, why did I still say that?
I don't know. I didn't realise you were 12. That'd be a bit weird.
Do you think it's going to rain during the race? Yes.
Hannah's saying yes to rain. Actually, we haven't seen any rain yet, have we?
Tommo is handsome and beautiful and gorgeous, and no one will change my mind.
Who said that?
Botty game.
Oh, Botty. It's too good to me. Here we go. Sonoda's going for a move, though. On Lundgaard. Yuki, careful, son. Lundgaard almost chopped his front wing off. Just like Lundgaard. Oh, my word, Lundgaard. Wow, okay. That was a bit weird. So going up to the final chicane, Lundgaard was on the left, Sonoda was on the inside, and Lundgaard had to wait for Sonoda's to go past before cutting back into the pits. Yeah, that was a bit saucy. Almost took out my boy. You can't be doing that, Christian. Would not be happy. Would not be happy. Alright, we're on board with Calamara. So, yeah, again, Nasani, Joe still haven't pitted yet. I'm not sure what Joe's... I mean, Joe must still be having performance on these medium tyres because 16 laps in, he's gone on those mediums and was hoping to cane it through on the softs at the end, I suppose. With everyone else a little bit worn. But we'll see. Who's my favourite F2 driver? It's Yuki Tsunoda. Of course it is. Big Ukes. Big Tsunoda, mate. He's my boy. And he's currently sitting in what is essentially P2. Because that gap that Joe has at the front doesn't look anywhere near big enough to eclipse Mazepin and Tsunoda. Tsunoda would still be P1, but he had a poor pit stop. So Mazepin jumped him in the pits. We've got Joe on team radio. 16.7 seconds the gap. That's way more. A pit stop's much longer than that. Much longer than that. 16 lap. Hannah loves all this gift stuff, don't you? Bit of you. You're just putting confetti in there. Gonna get messy. No, please don't put confetti on me. Right, Joe's coming. Oh, she's gonna put confetti on my head. Help me. I mean, no one can even see. Okay, it's here. What are you doing? Right, Guan Yu Zhou is in the pits. Trying my best to stay professional here. Joe's finally come in the pits. Where's he going to come out? As is Nasani. So they've both jumped in. The Trident has followed Guan Yu Zhou in. What are they saying? Where's he coming out? Looks like he's going to be just ahead of Giotto. There we go. Okay. So comes out P6. So he was P4 at one stage. So I don't know if that strategy's worked that well for him. But I suppose they figured they might as well try something different. But then I say that, he's got the freshest rubber on the track, Guan Yu Zhou. So you could be seeing him make a little bit of progress here. Although, Giotto's right up his bumhole. Nah, he's fine. Joe oh no, Joe! Joe goes wide. Joe goes wide, he's going to lose position to Giotto. Locked up a bit as well. That won't... Oh, Joe! Jeez! Big oversteer. Big oversteer. On his fresh tyres and he's lost 2 places. That's not what he would have wanted. And someone else... Oh, Tictum's looking opportunistic and he's gone... Oh, Joe must have an issue, man. He's literally just pitted and he's falling back. Ilot's going to get him as well. Maybe it is cold tyres. I don't know, but... Wow.
Is that cool or not?
Yeah, that's all right. Not bad. Yeah, Joe's lost... it must be cold tyres because... But man, he lost so many... He lost 3 places. Probably lose 4. His teammate as well. That's no... Yeah. I suppose that's the thing because when he came out, he had no real opportunity to warm his tyres up because he's just going straight down... he's on a straight line straight away. So he didn't really have any opportunity to warm up. So yeah, Joe's going to want to get the hammer down. But anyway, we go back to the leader, Mazepin, 1.3 second gap to Yuki. So if Yuki can close that a little bit, if he can get into within a second, then PK's having a go at Giotto here. Go on, Pedro. We've got Tictum in the battle as well. Just keeping up there. Oh, Pedro. Got a little bit of a train going here. With Giotto at the front. Oh, Pedro's going for the move. It's a decent little battle. This ticked him. Oh, almost flung it up the inside there. Take both of them, but didn't quite work. It's a juicy little battle here. So PK got Giotto. But again, we're going to have a lot of cars with DRS. Now, who did PK pass Giotto before the DRS zone? That's a question that I could do with answering. No, yeah, PK's not got DRS. Goes inside. And Giotto makes the move. Tictum's looking like he's going to make a move as well on PK. He's very, very, very... This is proper battling here. So this is for P6. This is all just for P6. As Sonoda is almost within a second of Mazepin. Almost. Sonoda's P2 and is almost within a second of Mazepin, which will get him DRS. 18 laps gone of 25. Mazepin, Sonoda, Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Giotto. In this battle that we're watching now, Giotto, Tictum, PK, Ilott, Joe. Vips is kind of catching up to this as well because they're all kind of slowing each other down. So Yuri Vips, mate. Yuri Vips P11. Decent. Decent so far. But yeah, Yuki's 1.15, 1.08. Is very tight to him getting DRS here on Mazepin. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a lovely little battle, this. And then the gap back to... Oh, little mini ones. Yeah, so the gap... Oh, yeah, Sonoda's within a second now. 0.8. So hopefully... Although this is a great battle because Ilott's now going on PK. Ilott goes around the outside. Oh, at the final chicane. Yeah, gets Pedro PK. He's done him. And then Joe looks like he's got a run as well. He's going to get PK. PK's falling back. He was doing quite a good job there, Pedro. But, no, he's falling back now. You and I, Virtuosi boys, don't crash into each other, lads. Don't do an MP. That's the last thing you need. Hannah's just flower arranging over there. It smells like nature in here now, which is quite nice. Here we are, lap 19. That's nice to see. BWC mechanics out. Ran a minute's applause for Antoine on lap 19. Gone far too soon. So we are. The battles. Tictum's got himself up to P6 now. Tictum managed to get Giotto. He needs to try and gap this little group as well because the DRS is just pulling them back in every single time. And he seems to have got a good run on Giotto here. And we can't see it at the front, but Sonoda's closed that gap to 0.6. Joe is hassling his teammate. Joe is hassling Ilott. Oh, those cold tyres messed him up, man. If he hadn't got those cold tyres, he'd be on Schwartzman's booty by now. For sure. But yeah, Sonoda's been gradually closing that gap. It's 0.6 now. We're not seeing it, unfortunately, on the screen. Schwartzman's got fastest lap so far. Joe's right on Ilott's chuff. Right up his behind. Oh, Joe's going on the... Oh, my words. He thought about it, Guan Yu Joe. But he thought better because that would have been a bit of a mad place to go for an overtake. Tictum's... I think Tictum might have gapped Giotto here. I think, yeah, Tictum's put more than a second between him and Giotto. So I think... Oh, as Joe takes Ilott, Callum won't be happy about that. But Joe's on much fresher tyres, so... You felt like that was inevitable, really. But Tictum's done a good job there. Tictum's done a good job. He's gapped. Here we go. Sonoda on Mazepin. Sonoda's going around the outside at the end of the main straight. Oh, my word. Sonoda. Oh, my God. Oh, Nikita didn't give him any room there, and Sonoda had to jump over the over curbs. Oh, there. Can't even speak. That was tight. That was very tight. Sonoda's just got to be patient here. He's got the pace. Tried to go around the outside. Mazepin just closed that door. Closed that door on him. He was Was that a bit naughty from Mazepin? Hard to say. Hard to say. Hard to say. But yeah, I think Nikita defended that fine, to be fair. It's a good race so far, man. It's getting saucy towards the end. I think Tsunoda's definitely got the pace. Just needs to pick his spot to get past Mazepin. And hopefully secure the dub. Schumacher as well. Shout out Schumacher. He's kind of on his own. Almost 5 seconds off Mazepin. But just having his own little race. Decent. And Delatraz as well. You know, Delatraz and Schwartzman kind of just a second and a bit between them two. But they're pretty safe. Tictum's quite a bit back, but Tictum's gaps Giotto now by like 3 seconds. So Tictum's done a great job. He's gained 8 positions in this race, Dan. Fair play, old Dick Tictum. As Willie Buxton would say. Here we go. Joe on Giotto. He's going for the outside. Giotto's going to close that door. Oh, fair play, Guan Yu Zhou. That was a lovely little move. Kept it around the outside there. I thought he might have gone for the cutback, but no, he fancied it straight away. And he's got DRS. So that helps him just get out of that corner a bit quicker. Luca Giotto. Right, so Joe's going to start hunting down Artem Markelov. Drive-through penalty. Absolutely no idea why. He's P13 currently. As Tsunoda has another pop at Mazepin. Just take your time, Yuki. It's 21 out of 25 lap-wise. He's definitely got the pace on him. Just needs to pick his spot. Didn't go for it that time. There's four laps left, everyone. 4 laps left. So Joe got past. Giotto tried to get back with DRS, but couldn't get Joe. So you feel like Joe's going to pull away now from that little group. And I feel like it's a matter of time before Ilott gets Giotto there. It's been a decent little race. It's still half a second between Mazepin and Tsunoda. He just needs to make that move and make it stick because Nikita's not going to let him have it easy. Yuki's going to have to work for that. Oh, Ilott goes a bit wide there, a bit understeery. Oof, right on the Astro, jeez. There we go. Mazepin, Tsunoda, Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Tictum, Joe, Giotto, Ilott, Nassani, PK, Vips, Markelov, Armstrong, Aitken, Sato, Alazi, Lungard, Drogovic, Deruvala. And Sameda and Matsushita are both out of this race after the 2 MP boys crashed into each other. Early days. Or early doors, should I say. Right. We've got 4 laps left. We're just coming up to the start of lap 22 of 25. Tsunoda's got that. Oh, it's right down that gap. He's pretty much on Mazepin's gearbox. But Yuki needs to get a good exit out of this first corner. It's all about this exit. All about this exit. And he looks close. He looks close. Right. I feel like this might be it, Yuki. I think this might be your time, son. It's half a second. Going through Eau Rouge, up Radeon. Can Yuki make it count? DRS is open, but the gap's not that small. He's catching towards the end, but he's not close enough. He's not close enough, Tsunoda. Mazepin did a crack. To be fair, Mazepin, no DRS. Down the old, is that the Kemmel straight? I don't even know. But mate, that's fair play Mazepin. Here we go. What's going on at the back? Vips takes PK. So PK's falling back. Vips could be on for a top 10 here. Depends how, because I feel like Nassani got past Ilott. When did that happen? Fair play Nassani. Oh yeah, look, we're going to get a little replay here as well. Goes up the inside of Callum Ilott into the first corner. Ooh. Tell you what, Callum won't be happy about that because he did put. No, I think that was a fair move though. Gave him the space he needed, and I think he was just a bit complacent there, Callum. Roy Nassani gets a bit of stick for being a bit of a meme, but that was a solid move on Callum. Mazepin is on 120 AI. Codemasters patch this. Can Yuki win? I don't know, man. That gap seems to be opening up again. It's almost at a second. I feel like... But look. P2 is still solid points for Yuki. Very solid points. And obviously you got pole yesterday as well, so... But it would be a shame for him to not win this. But Nikita Mazepin, deserves a lot of credit because he's kept Yuki at bay. Obviously, there was the mistake in the pit stops, which has probably given Mazepin this win, but he's kept on it. He's kept on it. So credit where credit's due. Anyway, my feed started to go a bit potato on my end, so apologies if there's any stream issues. Who are we watching now? Roy Nissany seems to be catching on Luca Giotto. Nissany's got some decent pace by the looks of it. Not bad. Yuki's gap is, again, it's still too big, that gap. Yes, Mazepin's pulling away. And yes, Tsunoda can open that DRS, but it looks like Mazepin got a much better run through Eau Rouge and Radion than Tsunoda. So Tsunoda's just not close enough. Unless Mazepin makes a mistake here, I don't see him throwing away this lead. Again, credit where credit's due. Nikita Mazepin, on his job today. I put him P6 in my predictions. Well, he showed me, didn't he? What are we looking at? Oh, Nissany. Whoa. That was some movement under braking from Giotto, but Nissany makes it stick. Fair play, Nissany. Going for that P8, which of course, as we know in F2, top 8 reversed. So if it finishes like this, Nissany's on pole. P8, you start on pole for sprint race. P9, you start 9th in sprint race. So there's a lot to be said for that position. And yeah, mate, Roy sent him the dummy. Fair play, Roy. He went jink left, but went straight back right, and Giotto kind of fell for it. It's got him. But yeah, so Ilott is going to be hunting that P8. He's P10 currently. And Joe hasn't really caught Tictum either. Tictum's done well to keep that gap, considering Joe's on much fresher tyres. Well, a bit fresh, not much fresher to be fair. But there you go. Nissany, future world champ. I hear you, Samuel. Mate. Hi, Shogun. Pranshu, can Yuki win? It's going to be tough. Mazepin's doing a great job. Mazepin's doing a banging job. We're on lap 24 or 25. So the leaders should be about to start the final lap now. Pretty much, right? Or have they just started the 24th lap? I don't even know. No, I've just started the 24th lap. So they're going around, and then one more after this. Tommo, future David Croft. You know it makes sense. Come on. I'm not brand friendly enough. Tsunoda catching Mazepin. Tsunoda. Oh, here we go. Tsunoda gone for the outside again. He's much closer up to you. Oh, Mazepin's not giving him any space there. I don't know, man. I feel like Tsunoda was alongside Mazepin, and Mazepin just squeezed him out. I don't know. That I've seen penalties given for that. I feel like we're seeing a replay now. Tsunoda's on the outside. He's absolutely alongside and just runs out of track. I don't know. I don't feel there's any room being given there from Mazepin at all. Yuki's got the pace. He was bang alongside. It wasn't like a half along. Like, he was absolutely alongside, wheel to wheel. I feel like they might punish Mazepin for that, which would be a shame. But we'll see. Anyway, Yuki wants to get it done on track anyway, so we'll see what happens. Nikita Mazepin still P1. Schumacher P3. Schumacher's had a very quiet race, as has Louis Delatraz. But 3 and 4. Decent. Mazepin, what do we think? Do we think Mazepin might get a penalty for that? It's close. But I feel like Tsunoda couldn't have been more alongside and was given 0 track. So we'll see. Tommo is like a proper football commentator commenting on Formula 1. That's me. Right, Tsunoda looks a lot closer here, actually. Tsunoda looks a lot closer. Well, hopefully, Tsunoda can get it done on track and then they just won't give Mazepin a penalty. Because if they give Mazepin a penalty, you could end up dropping down behind Schumacher, potentially. Tsunoda looks closer here, though. Here we go. DRS is open. The gap's closing. If at first you don't succeed, he's thought about it, Yuki, but no, he's not. Mazepin defended that one well. Mazepin did what he needed to do on that one. That was solid defending. But I think Mazepin's got this. It's his final lap. His final lap, Nikita Mazepin. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, he's got this. He's got the dub. Tsunoda's kept him. He's been on his bum the whole time. But fair play, Nikita. Will he get a penalty? Maybe. Maybe. It would be a shame. It would be a crying shame to see the race end with a penalty. As much as I want Yuki to win, I want to see it on track. You know what I mean? But there's been no mention of any stewards. Although, actually, they said there was a pit lane incident for Mazepin that they said they're going to look at after the race. I don't reckon they'll punish him in this race for that. Whatever that is, I don't know what the incident was. But Mazepin did have an incident, so he might get a penalty for the sprint race, maybe. And then obviously there's that. But it's looking like we're coming through the last section now. Joe's closed the gap to Tictum. It's about half a second, so that could be tight towards the end. But Mazepin looks like he's going to win the feature race at Belgium. Oh, Tsunoda's gone. Tsunoda went for it at the end there a little bit, but Mazepin wins. Fair play, Nikita. Solid points for Tsunoda, P2. Schumacher, P3. Tsunoda slammed on the brakes right at the ends for some reason. Oh, Joe's gone for it, but no. Tictum's defended that well. Joe went for it at the end there, but managed to retain P6. So it's Mazepin, Tsunoda, Schumacher, Delatraz, Schwartzman, Tictum, Joe, Nissany, Giotto, Ilott, Vips P11 from P21. Shout out, Yuri Vips. PK, Aitken 13th, Armstrong 14th, Sato, Markelov. That's all it's showing on screen at the minute. Will Mazepin get a penalty? Yeah, dangerous release. That was what was going on in the pits. And he did... I don't know, I felt that was a bit unfair. He's defending on Tsunoda there. And everyone in chat seems to agree. So, will there be something afterwards? I'm sure Yuki ain't too happy. Although I can't even imagine Yuki being angry. But solid points for Yuki, man. Solid points. Let's have a little butch at the... see if it's updated, the F2 Formula 2. The old... the table. But yeah, Mick Schumacher, man. Mick Schumacher, credit where credit's due. Deserves a lot of credit for that. So, look at so my predictions. I said Tsunoda P1, he was P2. Felipe Drogovic got taken out by Matsushita, so he wasn't P2. Schwartzman P3, he was P5. Joe P4, he was P7. Ilott P5, he was P9, I think. Oh, Tsunoda's not happy. Tsunoda's swearing. I can't believe it. Hello. Turn 5 incident involving Mazepin and Tsunoda noted, forcing another driver off the track. Well, interesting. Will they punish him for that? Tsunoda's not happy. Tsunoda was swearing on the radio. Time penalty. Mazepin, 5 seconds. Tsunoda wins. Wow. Wow. Oh, my words. I mean, we all said it. Yuki wins. Yuki secures the dub. They're showing the replay. I mean, I don't think you can complain. I'm just watching it back now. He's fully alongside him. If not, Yuki's fractionally ahead. But they're level. They're level. And Tsunoda gets the dub. There you go. My prediction was right. Tsunoda wins. It's a shame that I don't think... I think the gap was bigger than 5 seconds to Schumacher, so Mazepin keeps P2. But, mate, what an ending. What an ending. Yeah, Yuki's like fractionally ahead, I feel. But all in all, see if there's any radio. Oh, here we go. Oh. Little few words for Antoine there from Yuki. Very nice. There you go. Yuki Tsunoda P1, Nikita Mazepin P2, Mick Schumacher P3. Obviously, I'm happy for Yuki. It's a shame. It's a shame it happened like that. But I do think that was a fair penalty. I think we all saw it. We all felt the same. There was a fully alongside. Mazepin didn't give him any room. So let's see if the old driver standards have updated. Because I might actually jump on a little screen share and do the old driver standings. Hang on 2 seconds. What are we saying? Calendar and results. Is it actually going to show me the results? Spa-Francorchamps. Is it updated yet? No, it hasn't. It hasn't actually updated yet. Once we can see the old. Once we can see the. Oh, here we go. Is Yuki going to have a word with Nikita? He's next to him. Are they going to have words? Oh, Yuki's not. They're not. Here we go. Is there going to be any beef here? Mazepin's just putting his wheel back, but no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, look, listen. If that move was done on Mazepin, I'm sure he'd be complaining about it as well. You know what I mean? It's one of them that objectively you look at it and think like he didn't give him enough space. He did so like that was the thing. That was the only mistake he really made. And obviously with Yuki's pit stop, you could say that, you know, Mazepin was a bit fortunate to be in that position, but he did defend that very well. So, fair play. Fair play. That's a nice little spud with old Juan Manuel Correa. Nice to see. Might be seeing a little interview. But yeah, there's no... Right, come on. Where's the... I'm not really bothered about the post-race press conference. I want to see the results on the F2 website. Actually, maybe on Twitter they must have posted the results, surely. They're probably still working on the graphic, to be fair. So once we see that, we'll get that up on old... You see what Hannah just posted? I think we managed the fastest ever legal time from Cotswolds to Essex. Pretty much. Oh, oh, no, F2. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Let's go screen share. Will this work? Yeah. They've posted Mazepin as winner 4 minutes ago. They're going to have to take that one down, I think. Or just post another one, I suppose. Yeah, so look, Sonoda takes... Where's the Sonoda gif? Come on, F2. I want to see the Sonoda gif. Where you at? Come on. No, they're not showing it yet. But anyway. I think I'll call it a day there, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Let's just jump onto... Let's go to the main screen. It's just me. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Do appreciate you taking the time. Oh, it did get deleted, did it? There you go. See, it's all good then. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. So yeah, that's it for the weekend from me. I won't be streaming any of the races or anything tomorrow. I will probably do my Monday live stream roundup of the race, the F1 race that is. So yeah, I will see you on Monday for that. Again, I'm editing a video that I'm aiming to put out on Wednesday. So keep your eyes out for that. It's quite a fun one, I think, and you lot will be able to get involved a bit on that as well. But you'll see, you'll see what I've got planned going forward. So thank you all for watching again, as always. Appreciate you taking the time. We are going out for dinner tonight, which should be very nice. I don't know, it's not going to be cheap because of the government thing, but it's fine. It's all good. That YouTube money, you know what I mean. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Have a lovely day. Take care. Rest in peace, Antoine Hubert, obviously. Sad weekend, but we race on. And it was a good race. I enjoyed that one. It was a good race in the feature. Shame it ended the way it did, but ultimately, Yuki secures the dub. That's the most important thing. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Be nice to each other. Goodbye.